Alright, I've got FOSCAN installed. This is a Lincoln MKZ 2007. I have one original key. I purchased two 80 bits off of eBay, which they're Chinese junk. Everybody claims they're not going to work, blah, 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 but I don't give a shit what you say. Alright, I brought them to Walmart, got them cut. The dude screwed up one side, but that's okay. Why? I fixed one with the file so it'll unlock on both sides. The other one I'm just going to leave as an extra. You just have to face the key this way to get it to turn. He screwed up the cuttings on this side. I filed a little, almost have it perfect. See, it doesn't match this side. I probably have to file down a little more over here, but I really don't care. I don't need the key to work on both sides. If it doesn't turn, just take it out and turn it the other way. That's simple. I forgot if I said it. I brought them to Walmart, had them cut. I also had them give me a blank, and the reason why I had them give me a blank because I wanted a key that did not have a chip in it. He also screwed up one side of this, but I got it to work on both directions. And before I'm doing this FOSCAN thing, I went on eBay and I got a key, an original key for Lincoln MKZ, just in case these 80 bits don't work. What I'm gonna do is I will put this blank in and put this near the O-ring of the PATs, and it'll read this one's transponder, which will be an original, and then it'll see this key blank and this as the key. That's how you would bypass this, and that would make this original and this original as the masters. Then I would add these two and just throw this to the side. But also what I did, because I'm not a jackass and I cut keys and I know what I'm doing, when I went on eBay, there was a bunch of these. I looked for one that was cut with more than what I need. I'm gonna get rid of that key because that one's cut wrong. This is the original. If you look at these two keys, this one is cut deeper than this one. So after I got this all working, I'm gonna take this one I got off eBay and bring it to Walmart and have them finish cutting it, as you see, or I can do it with my file. There's a little bit there, you see that? So I need to trim a little off here, and I need to put a dimple in there, and this key will then fit this ignition in the door. Not that the door matters. All right, so this is going to be hard for me to show. So I've never done this before, so I don't know if this car has a timer or the in code out code, which is going to be an issue because then I'm going to have to go find a way to do that. But I'm going to see in a second. All right, let's see how this goes. I'm going to try to use the Chinese ones first to see if they get accepted. I'm also going to do the test and see if they get errored or not. Alright, I'll work from that. I also wanted to show these Chinese ones. The funny thing about them is here's your key. You open it up. There's this. And then there's the chip. Just dangling there. Just dangling there. Nobody knows that. So if you're a clueless type, and you go to replace your battery and don't know what this is and let this fall out, the key not gonna work anymore. They told me this was an 80-bit chip. Well, we'll see. Doesn't matter because I'm smarter than them. All right. Okay, mine's got the time delay. Actually 12 minutes. I just noticed this car previously had 3 keys. I only know of 2, and I only have 1. Okay, that was only at 60%. This popped up, and we'll see what happens. Alright, appears my Chinese key didn't work. So I put my blank in, and the key that I found on here, and the lock is off. Let me try to do another Chinese key. Let's see if I can program this. Yeah, screw those Chinese keys. All right, now I can use my normal key and this key procedure and add the Chinese keys. Now I'm doing the add key ignition and it's having me wait again. Remember key start 2, so that's correct. Alright, so I see the security light working once in a while. It's not high speed blinking anymore. Come on. It's coming on once in a while. It's doing slow blinking. Not gonna do it this time. Alright, it's not doing it. Alright, that was 5 minutes to go. I just did it before, and it's because this car was sitting, the battery died, so I'm redoing it. Never mind, I had the fan on the whole time. It turned off, now it's blinking slow, and that's at 8%. I need 10%. I hear some clicking going on through the car. And we're at 11% now. We're at 20%, 21%, and the light is not on anymore. Okay, so this is what the results of what happened. This is the original key. Through FOSCAN, I programmed that in like I showed, got that programmed in. And then I put this near the cylinder and used this blank. So this and this are now programmed in. I haven't gotten that cut yet to match this one. Don't know if I'm gonna, I don't really feel like it. I might, I'm out, it doesn't matter, whatever. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, doesn't matter. So I programmed those two in, and then I went to program in the two Chinese ones. They do not see it, the DTC comes up an error, blah, 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 blah. It's not because they're cheap. I believe it's because they have the wrong transponder in there. This is the transponder, and I can't really figure out if these are supposed to be 80-bit or 40-bit. But from looking online and stuff, these keys are supposed to have a 4D63 in them. And this transponder was listed in these Chinese keys as 4D63-F, I believe it was. And I believe that's a higher security one or something. So the card cannot read the chip. The TDC says it can't read the chip. If I try to do the 2 key and program it, it doesn't see it. If I try to use forscan to add an additional ignition key, it fails with these. And to prove myself, just to make sure that I'm doing it right, I was able to and test to see if it actually is 40-bit or 80-bit. I went and I grabbed my 03 Crown Victoria key, put that up at the key cylinder with this key blank, and I was able to program it, even though people told me that the Crown Vic key isn't going to work in the newer cars, which apparently is bullshit. And I think the Crown Vic one might be a 40-bit in there, so these Lincolns are probably using 40-bit, at least for 07. So either I'll buy a 4D63 transponder and see if it works in the Chinese key, or what I might do is, since my 03 Crown Vic, I put the PI PCM in there so it doesn't use the PATs anymore. I actually had screwed up my my original PCM, and it lost all the PATs keys, and I didn't know about FOSCAN at the time, so I went and I bought an equivalent PI PCM for my car, which doesn't use PATs, so I don't need the transponder that's in this key. I might just cut it out here. I think you have to cut it here up the edge, cut it here up the edge, and then the transponder, I believe, is right there. I'll take that out and put it in one of the Chinese keys, and then maybe buy a 4D63 transponder, even though those are like $7 or $8. I paid $11 for this key. The eBay guy told him, yeah, these don't work, it's the wrong transponder, what do you want me to do? So they're already cut, so he just refunded me. So I basically got these 2 keys for free, so whatever. So maybe I'll buy a 4D63 transponder and see if that lets me program it. Or I do have 2 keys, my Crown Vic. Maybe I'll just cut this transponder out and cut the other transponder out and just put them in there. I don't know. We'll see. I really would like to know if the 4D63 is the reason, where these supposedly are 4D63Fs, although you don't see anything written on them. Of course, I was easily programmed. These buttons do. What you do is you turn the key on, off 8 times in a row, and then you take all of them and hit lock. Hit the next one, lock, and it'll learn them all. I don't know how many you can learn, but I have 4 learned right now. I kind of feel like an idiot because this car had a remote starter, and I didn't realize the remote starter has its own PATs. So you see in the beginning of the video I show 3 keys. Well, one of the keys was this PATs bypass system, and this key sitting here. So I could have done a remote start and then shut down, and then turn this key and then shut down, and then it would have let me add a key. I didn't need to delete all the keys and use forscan. So that's a good thing to know with a remote starter. Of course, I had no clue anything about this, so I had to go figure this out. That'll be in another video. This has an ultra start in there, so I deleted this key, and I tried searching all ultra starts directions, and there's absolutely nothing about adding keys. And then I realized it's a bypass module, and this has a X something PK all bypass module, which is a PATS system. And I have another video on that and show you how to program that. And that's basically this module. You basically do 1 key start, 1 key run, clear the security, 2 key run, clear the security, and then you hit the buttons on the PK all, and then you do a remote start here, and it shows its PATS code, and the car learns it and starts. But that'll be a separate video. I also have to only have one of these, so I have to buy another one of these, which seems to be easy. And if you never know, I never knew where the remote start antenna push button thing was. It's right here. These things are the most annoying things in the friggin' world to program. While I was trying to figure out how to add a key, I accidentally screwed up the tachometer monitoring. So if you try starting the car while it's cold, the tach's at 1,000 and it shuts down because it thinks the engine is revving too high. So I got to figure out how to reprogram that, because I think this car idles at about 600. So the ultra start I need to teach it that 1,000 RPM is okay. All right. So that's good for these. I'll probably cut this pats out. Let's just turn this. Oh no, it's not. Did I program this key? Yeah, I programmed this key. I think it was this one. How did I do this last time? Put this in here. I just see the pats is off. Holding that key to the cylinder like that. The pat's turned off.